All right, let's just jump right in. If you read the Quran, I guarantee there's a tiny little symbol you've seen probably thousands of times and never really given a second thought. But what if I told you that little mark holds a key to unlocking a much deeper, more powerful connection with every single verse you recite? Well, today we're unlocking that secret. Yep, that's the one, the little letter Jeem. You see it all the time. But it's not just a decoration. It's not just some fancy calligraphy. It's actually an instruction, a guidepost. It's been put there for a very, very specific reason. So let me ask you, have you ever really stopped and wondered what it's telling you to do? You see, that little symbol is part of this beautiful science within Quranic recitation called waqf wal ibtida. It literally translates to the science of stopping and starting. And it's a set of rules that completely transforms how you read, taking you from just saying the words to, well, to truly understanding them. At its heart, that's all this is. It's the art of knowing exactly when to take a breath. It's got nothing to do with how long you can hold a note or how fast you can recite. Nope. It's about pausing at the perfect moments, right where the meaning is complete. This lets you actually absorb the message before you move on. And trust me, when you get this right, it's a total game changer for your connection to the Quran. Okay, so let's solve this mystery once and for all. What is that little Jeem trying to tell us? So the Jeem actually stands for the word jais, and all jais means is permissible. That's it. This little symbol is your green light. It's telling you that right here, at this very spot, you've got a choice. It is perfectly okay to stop and take a breath, but it's also perfectly okay to keep on going if you've got the breath for it. The choice is all yours. Here's a really simple way to think about it. Imagine you're out for a jog, right? Now, some signs you see might say stop or no trespassing. Those are the mandatory stops. We can talk about another time. But the Jeem is like that friendly little sign at the park entrance that says runners welcome. It's an open path. You can absolutely stop at the bench for a second and catch your breath, or you can just keep on jogging right past it. Both options are totally correct. It's a safe, approved place to rest if you need it. Okay, that's the theory, but let's see how this actually works in a real verse. We're going to take a look at verse 7 from Surah Al-Hujurat to see the Jeem in action. So in this verse, the first Jeem shows up right after the phrase, "And know that among you is the messenger of Allah." Now think about that. That's a complete sentence, right? It's a full thought. The Jeem here is basically signaling, hey, this is a perfect spot to pause and just reflect on that powerful statement before you continue. It's a permissible and really meaningful stop. Then, a little further into the verse, bam, there's another Jeem. This one pops up after the clause, if he were to obey you in much of the matter, you would be in difficulty. And again, notice something? It's another complete thought. The Jeem is just marking another logical place to pause, breaking this long verse down into these perfect, understandable chunks. And the pattern just keeps going. A third Jeem marks the end of yet another complete idea. But Allah has endeared to you the faith and has made it pleasing in your hearts. See how that works? The Jeem isn't just randomly sprinkled in there. It's your guide. It's showing you exactly where one complete idea ends and the next one is about to begin. It's your personal jogger's bench for that part of the verse. Now here's where it gets really interesting. If the Jeem is a safe place to stop, well, that implies that there must be unsafe places to stop. And you'd be right. This is where this whole science becomes so important. Because stopping in the wrong place isn't just a little awkward. It can be downright dangerous. Ignoring these signs is kind of like going off the marched trail. When we just stop wherever we happen to run out of breath, we risk completely changing the meaning. Let's go back to that same exact verse from Surah Al-Hujurat, and I'll show you just how high the stakes can be. Okay, this is incredibly serious, so pay close attention. The verse says that Allah has made things like disbelief and disobedience hateful to believers. Simple enough. But what if you ran out of breath and stopped right after the word disobedience, and then started the next phrase fresh? You would accidentally be saying, disobedience, those are the rightly guided. You see that? It's the exact opposite of the real meaning. It's a terrible mistake to make, and it all comes down to a misplaced pause. And that is the whole point. This whole science, a waqful ibtida, it's not just about rules for breathing. It's about preserving the meaning of the divine message. One wrong pause can accidentally corrupt everything. And that is why these tiny little symbols are so absolutely critical. But listen, don't let that scare you. Not at all. In fact, let it empower you. Because now that you know the secret of the Jeem, you have this amazing new tool you can use to go deeper every single time you open the Quran. So let's talk about how you can start using this like tonight, in your very next recitation. So here's your homework, a simple takeaway. The next time you sit down to read, I want you to actively hunt for the Jeem. When you find one, stop for a second and read the translation of what you just recited. You'll see, oh, wow, that's a complete thought. Then try reading it once by stopping there, and then try reading it again by continuing through. Just feel the difference. You'll notice right away how that conscious pause helps you really chew on the meaning. Because ultimately, this isn't about memorizing a bunch of boring rules. It's about engagement. It's about transforming your recitation from a monologue where you're just talking into a dialogue where you're actively pausing to listen and reflect on what's being said back to you.
And the coolest part is, the Jeem is just one of several pausing marks in the Quran. Each one has its own unique instruction. So now that you've unlocked this first one, it kind of makes you wonder, doesn't it? What's the next secret that's waiting right there in the text for you to discover?